Good morning, friends. Myself, Mr. Chole Prashant Rameshra, Department of Environmental Science, Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya, Chapuli. In last lecture, we discussed about hotspot of biodiversity and different biogeographical zones in India. Now, today we discuss about value of biodiversity. In today's lecture, we discuss all these points. That is first introduction, and consumptive, productive, social, ethical, aesthetic, and optional values of biodiversity. These are the different types of values of biodiversity. We see that what is meant by biodiversity. Biodiversity means degree of variation of life form within a given species, ecosystem, biome, or a planet. Biodiversity shorts for biological diversity, term used to describe the variety of life form found on the earth and all of the natural processes. This term biodiversity is used to describe variety of life form found on the earth and their natural processes. This include ecosystem, genetic and cultural diversity. Next, values of biodiversity. We know that biodiversity provides a variety of environmental services from its species and ecosystem that are essential at global, regional, and local services. Variety of environmental services means it provides food, wood product, fishes, different crop plants, different medicines, etc. These all variety of environmental services are provided from biodiversity. Loss of biodiversity contributes to climatic change. Forest converts carbon dioxide into carbon and oxygen. Loss of forest cover due to release of carbon dioxide and other gases due to industrialization, which contributes to greenhouse effect. It leads to be global warming, which results in the rise in the sea level. Biological diversity is also essential for preserving ecological processes. For others, such as agriculture communities, biodiversity is used to their crops to suit the environment. Urban communities generally use the greatest amount of goods and services which are all indirectly drawn from natural ecosystem. Consumptive, first is a consumptive use of biodiversity. It is based on the direct consumption of different products that is originated from biodiversity or a living organism. A straightforward example is the direct utilization of timber, food, fuel, wood, and fodder by local communities, or a service and some other services from animals. For example, 75% of a population is getting different medicines, drugs from the biodiversity and plants. For example, well-known drug penicillin, it is made from a fungi. In the same way, we are getting many other products on daily basis. So, this value biodiversity is called as consumptive biodiversity. Next, productive use of or productive value. This category compromises of marketable good. It is based on the product that are getting from biodiversity. The biotechnologist uses biorich areas to prospect and search for potential genetic properties in plants or animals that can be used to develop better variety of plants. For the pharmacist, biological diversity is the raw material from which new drugs can be identified from plant or animal product. For industries, biodiversity is a rich storehouse to develop new product. For the agriculture scientists, the biodiversity is the basis of developing better crops. Now, in other hand, we are getting some products, for example, tusk from elephant, lac from insect. Lac means it is a secretion by the insect that is used to make different resins and dyes. Wool from sheep. So there are valuable products that we are getting from biodiversity. Genetic diversity enables scientists and farmers to selectively develop better crops and domestic animals through careful breeding programs. New crop varieties being developed by using genetic material found in wild relatives through biotechnology. New species of plants and animals being constantly discovered in the wild. The preservation of biodiversity is now become essential for industrial growth and economic development. Next is a social value. Social values are associated with a social life, customs, religion, and psycho-spiritual aspect. While traditional societies had valued and preserved their biodiversity and its resources, modern man has depleted it up to the extent leading to irrecoverable loss due to extinction of several species. A great variety of crops have been cultivated in traditional agriculture system is spread widely and marketed throughout and acted as insurance against the failure of one crop. That is, it's called as a today's monocultures. In recent years, farmers have begun to receive incentive to grow cash crops for national international markets rather than to supply local needs, which resulted in local food shortage and unemployment, landlessness, and increased vulnerability to drought and floods. Next is a ethical and moral values. Ethical values of biodiversity are based on the importance of protecting all form of life. That means ethical values are also known as a extinction value or existence value. Why ethical values is also known as existence value? Because even if a species is of no use to humans, it can still have a value and right to exist, and humans have a responsibility to protect them. Most of religious and secular creeds believe that all form of life have the right to exist on earth. That's why this value is also called as existence value. That is, this values is based on the concept of live and let live. Man is only a small part of the earth's great family of species. Plants and animals have a equal right to live and exist on our planet. There are several cultural, moral, and ethical values associated with the sanctity of all form of life. Next is a aesthetic value. Aesthetics means it is related with beauty. The appreciation of the presence of biodiversity for its inherent value and beauty, as well as for the contribution it makes to our knowledge, our aesthetic imagination, and creativity are some reasons to preserve it. Quite apart from killing wildlife for food, it is important as a tourism attraction. That is called as eco tourism. Hmm? Usually, attractive, attractive mountain, lush green forest, colorful flowers, beautiful birds, vibrant butterflies attract us. Beautiful beauty of our planet is because of biodiversity. This is called as the aesthetic value that is related directly to the beauty. It is beautiful and wonderful aspect of nature. Sit in a forest and listen to the birds, watch a spider weave its complex web, observe a fish feeding. It's just a magnificent and a fascinating. In India, particularly, our history and culture is replete with plant and animal image, that is symbol from wild species such as the lion of Hinduism, the elephant of Buddhism, and the vehicles of several deities are animals that have been venerated for thousands years. The sacred basil or tulsi has grown in the courtyard of each household of for centuries. That is aesthetic values. Last is a optional or option value, keeping future possibilities open for their use is called as the option values. The values which are till now unexplored, that is unknown for us. It is impossible to predict which of our species or traditional varieties of crops and domestic animals will be greatest use in the future. These species are important to us in the future to improve cultivars and domestic livestock. We need to return to wild relatives of crop plants and animals. Thus, the prevention of biodiversity must also include traditionally used strains and already in existence in crops and domestic animals. Thank you.